Hi, we're here at
Horse Flats Campground.
Horse Flats Campground. And we're at Site 10. Behind us you can see a little sign which is the trailhead to Mount Hillier. And beyond it is the trail to Silver Moccasin. And we are here in Site 10, which is kind of a nice site.
We've been here before.
I've been here before. It's kind of at the end of the campground.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Mount Hillier. There's a Mount Hillier trail you can see right there. And going up.
Incidentally, it's July 21st, 2025.
It's July 21st, 2025. And so we've got a little hike planned for the day. And we're going to do it, hopefully. So here's our plan. We're leaving from our campsite here, 10. And we're going to follow what is, what this is actually Chilao Creek. Yes, this is a fork of it, the North Fork, one of the northern forks of
northernmost forks of
Chilao Creek, and it's also the one that runs right through Horse Flats Campground. And so we are going to follow this creek bottom down. And we're going to take you along for the ride, by the way. So you can see some really interesting things. And let me just preface this right now. We've never done this before, never gone this way.
I was going to say.
And our plan is to follow down the creek bottom all the way down to where you get to Chilao, which is supposed to be about a mile. Okay. And we will, but it does get kind of steep, it appears, on the topo maps. I'm not too sure what that's going to mean for us, since this is the middle high country that's just, pretty easy to travel on.
Anyways, the idea is to go down to Chilao and then come back up via the Silver Moccasin Trail.
Yes, so now, we'll get down to Chilao, and then we're going to end up turning left, meeting the Silver Moccasin Trail, and then taking it back up, and that we'll have to climb as well, but obviously on a trail.
I'd like to add, I think it's possible that we might have gone a short distance down this creek in the past, because there was one time we went to, I believe it was Anza-Borrego, and coming back, we stopped in the San Gabriels for the last night, and it was here, and we went down the creek bed because at that time
water was running.
Water was flowing. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we went a little ways down here.
I wonder if we have any footage from that.
Pictures of it, I'm sure.
Pickage. You have some pickage on that.
Yes, I do. I'll have to look.
Well, in any case,
that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do today. That's the plan, and we don't want to dawdle.
So let's go.
Because the more we stand here and dawdle and do this, the more things we're going to have to edit out of this. So we are going to go, and I'll shut this off for a second. I'll resume in a moment, and we'll take the trip down. I'll start you off down, and we'll see how it goes.
Bite your lip and take a trip.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. You're heading down, you head down this, we're basically on the trail, going to Hillier, and you see a bunch of Great Basin sagebrush, which they also actually call big sagebrush, because Great Basin sagebrush regionalizes it too much, and that's why they decided to change it to big sagebrush. Splitting hairs, but look, there's some galls on it. And look, here's a sign, Silver Moccasin RT. NRT. I think that means North Route to you and me. Hey, look at this can over here. It's got a puncture mark in it. That's awesome. Or, it was opened with a can opener. Old-fashioned ones. Okay, so now we cross the stream. And we see some willow over here, a bunch of Jeffrey cones, a lot of Jeffreys above us, and here's our stream. We're standing in it. It's flowing down right now. Look at all that water. totally getting my feet soaked right now. And oh wait, that's not really happening. All right, so here we go. Look at this, the rocks and the glazing on them. Water has flowed. It flowed down this area for many centuries. There is. See, and that makes it even more interesting. Look, there's some scat here as well. And as we go down these rocks here easily, you can see the discoloration from where water had flowed. And there's some mistletoe right there. And it looks as though this canyon is going to probably continue like this. A lot of glazed rocks, a lot of darkened, softened glazed rocks, and then a bunch of, above ground granite that never seems to get really water on it except for when the snow falls on this place. You can see there's pine cones up on top of the rocks where the squirrels have been eating stuff. And look at our route back there where we came from. We're going to continue on, and I'll check back in with you when something great develops. But you can see the way it's going to go. Beautiful. Imagine Tiburcio running his horses up here with his lieutenant. What was his name?
Clodovio Chavez.
Clodovio Chavez.
Yeah.
That who Chilao is supposedly named for. No, he was the one who's his lieutenant, who is the hot stuff. Right?
I don't know about that.
That's what you said in our last video, so I hope you're remembering all this stuff better than me. Look at that tree right there. What's the purpose? I thought I'd see a fire pit or something. It's just a little miniature rock wall that somebody built. Yes, look down here. Down here. Yes, now we're dropping. Now it's getting interesting. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at this down here. Oh, I don't know. All right, we're going down through a rocky channel right here. And it's getting scarier.
What?
It's getting more into the third class.
Are you embracing your scary?
Yeah.
Wind drawback.
Look, I'm trying to get you in here because you are the star. Wow, look up there. Okay. And you gotta go down here. But you know what? Since that's a great spot where there was water, you could walk down that. It's not a big deal. You can also go that way.
Yeah.
On that side.
It's not so steep you can't climb out if you have the information.
I think I'm gonna go this way.
I think I am too.
It's a little bit more.
Ooh, it's really getting steep down below us. Wow.
Sketchier right here. All right, so you continue down. There's more rocks you've got to climb around, as you see. Kind of big ones.
Yeah, they're turning larger as we go.
And steeper.
And it's steeper, yes.
But so far we haven't hit anything that we couldn't climb back up.
Yeah.
with equal amount of trouble that we had climbing down it. So
far, so good.
So we're gonna go down. Oh yeah, it keeps going. Nice. So I'll keep you along for the ride because I know you guys want to see this. Look, and you are noticing that we're the ones that are leaving footprints here. So there are no other footprints. I see just like deer prints and stuff. And whatever that's pooping those berries, which I think is a coyote. I think. Maybe it's a fox. Who knows? There are some foxes up here. Maybe those are manzanita berries. Kind of look like coffee berries to me, but to be honest, manzanita would probably be the one thing you would see more of. Wow, this is pretty awesome. Look at this. This is getting really beautiful here. You got to come down to this level, Eli. It's shaded and nice. I think we may have to, we might have to have a beverage to celebrate.
Good break spot, eh?
Yes. Just come down the middle.
Put on the maps.
Come straight down the middle right here. Just see all the rocks up here. Look at that.
Wow, bedrock.
Isn't this awesome in here?
Slick glazed bedrock.
Isn't this awesome in here? And it's nice and shady in this little bend over here. Well, we can get over here. It's a little shadier.
This is our FP, I guess.
Our special place, yeah.
What's one way of approaching it?
Oh, look. Uh-oh. It does go on and get worse, it looks like. Right there. I don't know. When we turn the corner, I guess we'll know. It seems to me like a deer or anything else. Ultimately, you could find a way around it. So we're not going to worry about it right now. We're going to stop and enjoy this nice spot right here next to a tree. Shady spot. Look, it's next to a tree. That big boulder right there. And down out there. Look. You can look how close we are. That's got to be the ridge.
Over Chilao.
Over Chilao. So we just need to make it down this draw. Past all these rocks and stuff. Down to that ridge down there. That might be the middle ridge. In fact, I think it is. So we would just drop down in front of that middle ridge in the center there. Look at the. Hey, do you see the wires in the background on the horizon? That, I think we said this in this last one. Lukens. Well, there's some California fuchsia there, and right here. Look how pretty it is.
Yes,
it's pretty photogenic. I think I got a good picture of that. So we're heading down, and
we are indeed.
It is looking kind of steep and scary, and it's going to be a nice interesting route down. Even this right here is going to be interesting. All right, that's pretty interesting. So look at this whole area we just scrambled down. Pretty interesting when the water's flowing, and you know it does. We would probably be right now. My feet would be in the water if it was flowing. And you can see definitely after that where the water line is. The water at least gets to that point, the dark point. That's where it settles for the rest of the season, but the rest of the rock's smoothed off. You can see the water gets up, quite high when it's raining, or it'd be great to be up here when it's raining. Sure. Except for one thing, you'd probably be up here and it would be snowing, but which makes it really cool too. Oh man. Chilao. Sing Chilao. All right.
Wow, sing it loud.
There we go.
Oh, we're almost down to the campsite.
Look at this. Look at this like fake pool. Right there, that little pool area.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at my brother coming down. Look at that. All the way down
Look,
right
it's
there.
going down.
Look at that. Yeah, look at him going down in
Infamy.
infamy. Yes, look at that. Look at the line on the rock. Do you see the line?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's the line where the water was. Ah, pretty cool.
Yeah,
Look at this.
awesome.
Look at that. We're coming down, dude. We are
I'm going.
coming down. Yes.
Oh, look, there's a drop off there.
Here we go. Here we go. Do you know what this plant is? It's your friend. Do you know what it is? What? This plant?
Don't quiz me on camera.
Oh, well, it's mugwort. Wow, this is incredible. All right, I'm going to turn around and look back up at where we came from. Oh, wait, no, let's take a look. Let's take a look and see if this is going to be the point where we cannot go on. Oh boy.
That's a little more challenging.
Looks as though you probably want to cut to the right and gain that side, although it looks like you could gain that side as well.
Right looks
A little bit more crawling around, or
right down.
I mean right here. Oh, you're talking about going down canyon still. Yeah, we can. There's a log there. Looks as though we're going to do a little bit more hand to toe. Look, do you see that duck right there behind the yucca? Right, well
Is that a duck?
that's a yes, it is a duck. And it's a suggested route probably for somebody. Well, you could easily come back to that. We can actually crawl down this and get to that, or you can contour over here and actually leave the riverbed, and you've got a little bit better terrain to go on. So you get to this big giant sand spot. Yeah, right here. It's kind of scary looking. Where are you going? And you need to contour. Yes, it's when you get down to the bottom right there. That's pretty big drop. You might be able to find a way around, but you don't need to. You just need to go over this way to where that duck is, which is right over here. By bypassing the stream bed. You knew it was going to happen eventually, and we had to do it. So there's your duck, because we still want to make it down any way you look at it. Look, there's a wire. What is that wire? See it? Oh yeah, so that's the spot we were at just a minute ago. We didn't actually go very far. Boy, it is just one waterfall after another, and there's your duck. So you want to go this way over. I mean, you could go down to the dock. My thought
Continue upward.
is that you want to contour.
Stay on the ridge.
Because not because, you know, I mean, I want to go down there too, but maybe you can once you get right below where but I don't know. You could just hit more bad
route.
Yes. This would bypass all that bad route, but
In fact, there's plenty more of the same below.
I don't know, but it sure is much easier above. Yeah, it does look like plenty more. So maybe contour over where this rock outcrop is and descend from there somehow. So it looks as though your trail at this point, I mean, it just looks Are we? I don't know. Yeah, maybe you can go down that way and pick through it. I didn't, I don't know. I can't see to say that. Okay. Now what we could have done is easily go up to towards where the wire is, to the ridge, and kind of follow the ridge down on the other side, which probably drops, more gently and less precipitously towards the road and Chilao. We didn't actually plan this hike in any real sense. We kind of hoped we'd hit stuff that would be hospitable to us. But it's kind of getting a little sketchy in some senses. I mean, we can contour over, and there's not much for brush that's really, that is pokey, except for the yuccas. But I'm really kind of a big fan of kind of climbing up a little higher and doing this. So, but we're gonna try something different here. So I'm gonna get above this tree this way, and we're gonna try to come down the ridge to where those rocks are, and get on the other side of them to see if we can scurry down. There's a brown spot right there, and then scurry down into the canyon from there. Okay? So, wish us luck. Okay, well, we continued down the ridge to where there was a whole bunch of trees you could see, and this is kind of the end of it right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a cable going there right below that branch. Is a black cable, black and silver cable. It's some sort of a electrical line, and it also, I'm going to go back here and I'll show you. Ow, 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 ow. Right. The other end of the cable, if I can find it. Whoa. This is a big rock outcropping. It's awesome. There you can see the wire going across. Anyway, we were way up there. See that? We were way, 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 way up there. Where the top of that creek, and we came down and it got really rough towards the bottom and couldn't continue to descend. Right where the trees cut off here, it's really steep on all sides, everywhere. And so we jumped to the right side, which first didn't seem like the best idea, and it probably wasn't. Probably would have been better to stay on that side over there. You can see it's a lot shallower. There were some wires going across it, which I don't see anymore. Oh, so here's the wire right there. See that wire? There's your wire going right across next to this giant, beautiful rock outcropping that I just walked over and stood on and bitching. And look, there's the wire going across up there. Now, I don't know if that's a fallen wire or what, but there's the wire. So over there probably would have been easier to have crossed. I don't know, and you could just follow your way down. But as it turns out, after much brush thrashing and stuff, I managed to find that you could head down the ridge itself, and yeah, let's see. There's where I left my duck. Okay, let's get in. See my duck. Oh, whoa. Okay. See, you can see the road down there, and the wires and everything. So what you really need to do for my duck right here is turn and kind of contour that way to where that wire is sticking up, and you should be fine. Make it back, and then we can go up the Silver Moccasin trail. So we actually did make it, even though a bit convoluted, and I'm gonna go back here to where Eli's at. But that is the way to go to get back, and so it's all self-reassuring and all that. It's all good. Okay, bye. Looks like you might go that way, but looks like you might go that way. However, the rest of us, there's no way to go but the limbo. Look at that. Look at that. You want to get some, climb up there and get them old-fashioned insulators off there? Then I'll arrest you right now, because look at that. Dang. Look at this wire, dude. It's a weird. Oh, so there's a cable holding the wire. So this is basically a wire.
Wound in cable.
With a cable next to it and another part wound around it. So they're wound together. So the cable will keep the wire itself. So, tension is not on the wire. It's on the cable, essentially. But how low can you go? Is this thing active? Is it really running? It might be. Look at that. That's a great shot, actually, right there. Look at this wire. Whoa. Indeed. Looking down into the Chilao.
Did you get a picture of
Oh, yeah. Look at that Chilao. Kind of looks like dropping into this draw is your only real option. Yes, which would be just drop down here. All right. Well, that's what we're going to try to do then, I think. Look, so far it's going okay. Since it is your only option. Check. Down, we're kind of just essentially following the wire that's up here. In a way, now we're back on our little creek bottom. We're just kind of staying on the wash. Focusing on trying to stay on the wash. Yeah, we're not going a great way. I don't know. It might have been better to have stayed more strictly following the wires. See?
Oh, look, we're hitting for wires.
Yeah, I know, but right here, as far as this trail, it looks like that might have been a more
better trail.
Just an easier way to go down following those wires.
Down the gully.
Right, so if you get to the ridge and get to see where these wires are, you may be better off just following the wires themselves. So, just want to say that in advance. Now, there's a million trails in this place. So,
ways to die in the west.
So we're probably going to go down this way and we're going to descend down into the center. We're going to go to the left here and we're going to descend down into the center where the pine tree's at. And then from there, we should be able to
follow
much more easily follow our way down. Yes. All right, so we kind of came down that whole draw right here where this wire is. And there's a side wire going directly across. Well, that's not the one you want to follow. You want to follow this one right here, which leads down to Chilao. And we're going down into this draw where the big trees. And hopefully we're going to find our good way down. Okay? All right, bye. So we came down kind of over the ridge to see where that wire was. We're still following that wire. The wire drops down here.
Scooching down
It turns and it kind of drops into this little draw, this canyon here, which is going to drop us straight to the road. So really, if you're coming from the road, you can come up this draw, get to where this wire is, and then turn right to where the wire is. Somehow following that route, then you could come backwards up. Although this thing obviously is most attractive and fun if you do it back down, because who wants to go up? See, wow. So, not sure where the mile marker is that shows that where it is exactly we came out, but awesome to see some water right here and splashing on my face. Look at all that water flowing. Look at that. And then, all right. Anywho, I'm going to leave this piece of metal behind because we are at Chilao. Chilao. Just came up from here. Look at that, Chilao. Little Pines, 2.1. Trout Flat picnic area 5.2. That's quite a ways. And then West Fork Trail Camp, 11.7. Quite a ways on the old Silver Moccasin. And then here is the Silver Moccasin continues. Right here, Silver Moccasin, North Route, 11W06, 3 points, Trailhead, Highway 2, 2.6 miles. Cooper Canyon Trail, Camp 10.2, and of course, wow, Vincent Gap Trailhead, 31.1 miles from here. They just decided to throw that in there just in case you cared. It's 31 miles to go all the way up there. Somebody took the little Silver Moccasin symbol off. Oh well. So, but this is the Silver Moccasin Trail. It's the same one, and it's still going. And we are going back to our campground. Not back there, but over here, where this is the little spur trail. Mount Hillier Trail and Horse Flats Campground. 0.1. So